guys, hey, listen up. I always said that the players are a byproduct of this team. The parents are as much a part of this team as the players. You drove your kids to every practice. I can pick out the ones that were there from the very first day up at Garibaldi when it was freaking hot, when it was just me and Jay there before Coach Dave and the boys came. The manager, the trainer, this is all about us this season that we had. And the thing about a football team is it starts from the bottom top. Everybody is included. When your last name's on that trophy, your mom and dad's name's on that trophy as well. That's a huge accomplishment that we did this year, you guys. That was the second time in 25 years that the Knights had won a Valley Championship. Twice in 25 years, because they've been around 25 years, that they won the Provincials. And ironically enough, the last time they won the Provincials, some fat guy was coaching back in 2009. That was Hicks.
No, that wasn't me.
That was you.
That was the Valley Championship.
That was the Provincial? On this one here, this goes back, I think, 40 years that it comes back. When I was loading these trophies up, and I brought them here, it really hit home what we accomplished, you guys. And this is our night to brag, right? We walk around. I'll never post a picture, anything, or game or win on Facebook, but tonight I'm going to brag with you guys because we're in a room together and talk about our accomplishments. And it started off down here. I brought there's the first year of the Valley Flag Championship where they just went to the Valley. We went 18-2 and won the championship for the flag. And there's 3 players in the room that were on that team, which is why I brought it. I think Jacob, Sanderson, and Isaiah were on that team. So give them a hand. That's where it all started. And we'll talk a bit about the Border Bowl after as well, because there were some team players on the Border Bowl. Coach Dave Hicks is the head coach of the Young Stars team. And there was 3 or 4 players that were on his team. And on the same day that we won the flag championship, when Joe was in Chilliwack, we won the Border Bowl championship for the grade 8, grade 9s, was the team that I coached.
And grade 6 and 7s.
And the grade 6 and 7. So a lot of you guys, some of you guys had a hand in that as well. Then it went to the Chili Bowl. And I brought this here too because this is the first time a JV team ever won the Chili Bowl championship. Even though it's preseason, the first time a JV team has ever won that. Okay? Then we played Knights of the Round Table. By the way, the Mission 6, I call them, hadn't been in the Chili Bowl there yet. And that was Dave's first, he came over on the offense. And then we went to Knights of the Round Table. And we won that. But that was Knights of the Round Table. Chili Bowl was when the Mission 6 weren't there. Mission 6 were there and made that's the first look I think we got at the players when they came into the night. That's when we knew we had something very, very special. And then, I coveted this trophy more than I do the provincial championship. And this is the Valley Championship trophy that we won. Those 2 games that we lost to Langley didn't sit well with, we were in those football games and they somehow dodged the bullets. And I can't say how happy I was, more than the big one, to win that Valley Championship. The last Valley Championship prior to that was Dave Hicks, 11 years ago.
And then 2 years ago with that.
And then the big one, the Provincial Championship.
Which really gives us bragging rights.
We mercied Cloverdale, which Dave's always reminded me that we did. And to show you how back far football goes, me and Dave met when we were 13 years old. And on that game, we talked about a game that was played when we went to 5 overtimes in North Delta.
That's on here.
And lost, I think, 13-6 in that game. And the North Delta Steelers are on that trophy. And it comes full circle. That was your junior bantam too, so it's kind of weird how this doesn't happen by mistake, you guys. And you should be very, very proud of yourselves. Don't if you win a provincial championship again, let alone a Valley Championship. But to do this, all the parents and all you guys, I don't even know what you realize that you did, but it's super duper special, okay? So give yourselves a hand. of you guys got size for your rings tonight, which you'll be able to have forever and ever and ever. I wished I had film when we played. There was 8mm floating around at the time. Only the rich people would have an 8mm at that time.
Once in a while at Bear Creek Park, they would do that, what was it, that channel that was, remember the Channel 2?
Oh,
Channel 4.
local station.
local station.
Channel 4.
They don't come
Yeah,
close
you're
to
right,
having
yeah.
the coverage that we have now. And we'll talk a bit about the Border Bowl after this. I think every kid on this team, Dave Hicks will explain a little bit what it is, but I think every single kid on this team should have an opportunity to try out on the Border Bowl team. Whether you make it or not, it's an experience. Whether once you guys don't know what the Border Bowl is, Coach Hicks will go a bit about that tonight. Super duper cool. And if you want to get noticed, or there's no better, bigger platform more than high school football than the Border Bowl showcase game. You guys can walk around as provincial champions now. So if those coaches come up to you and ask who you are, you'll be able to tell them that you won some football games. You did something really, really special. So this will be a year I'll never forget. And we hope a lot of you guys come back next year. Again, we'll see what happens as far as coaching goes. Some kids will be going to high school. Flag will be starting up again pretty soon, registration. We got the AGM too, so make sure a lot of you guys, parents, come out to the AGM and voice your vote for the board when that comes up as well, okay? So we're gonna go through, yeah, go ahead, Davey.
Yeah, Coach Hicks here. No. I mean, Brass has said a lot of the stuff I want to say already, but I really just want to reiterate what an accomplishment you all had this year. I mean, winning the provincial championships is absolutely amazing. We were the best in our league. We had a team travel from the island that was best in their league on the island, and we beat them soundly. And then we beat the champion of the VFML, who apparently is a stronger league than the Valley. And then we knocked them off. And again, like Coach Brass said, we mercied them, and that's quite an accomplishment. When you guys can start off a season how we started it, already with a good crew of players and coaching staff, but you start the season off and you go into like the Chili Bowl and you win some tight games there, and then you get an addition from Mission, or Mission 6, and then you start building together. The different things that happen to get to where we are is just incredible. Like this team wasn't a provincial championship team on week 1. We weren't yet. But the most gratifying thing about what this team did and the accomplishments was how we built together, how we grew together, how we were all on the same page, how you players were amazing. Like, you guys never felt pressure in the scene. You guys stayed loose all season. You guys had fun. We acknowledged, the coaching staff all acknowledged who you guys were. And we knew we weren't that type of a group that was full of piss and vinegar and gonna come out and shout and scream and get all pumped up. That wasn't us. You guys were a loose, fun group. And we wanted to let you guys be who you were. And we trusted you guys, and you guys trusted the coaching staff. And as the season grew, again, we just got better and better. And when it came down to playoff time, actually it all started really that last game of the year in Chilliwack against Chilliwack Red, when we lost a big lead. And we believed in each other. We believed in our system. And we stuck with it, even though that they scored to go up on us with like 2 minutes left to go in the game. We still felt confident because that's where we were, and we knew who we were. And we went on that field on that last series knowing we were going to score, and we did score. And then we had the challenge of playing that same Chilliwack Red team again for the 3rd time that year, and that's a tough game.
They're a good football team.
They're a very good football team. We all know there's lots of talent there, well coached, and then we beat them that's when we went into that playoffs, and we beat a really good football team handily in the semifinals to earn our spot into the Valley Finals. And when we went up against North Langley, everybody here knows that we had to beat them, right? The parents, you guys all knew. The players, you guys all knew. You know, it was a little bit of doubt in our minds, but at the same time, we believed in each other, and we believed, I mean, when we believe in each other, I'm talking about everybody, coaches, players, we all believed in it. And that's why we won. We ran on those guys, they didn't know what the heck was going on, right? And we just built, and only, you know, yeah, they scored some late touchdowns, but you know what? That happens sometimes when you're up big like that. But it just kept going from there, guys. And we just got better and better. Better in the semi-provincial, better in the provincial. And that, guys, in fact, won us a provincial championship. You know, I am so proud of you guys. And I'm so honored to be a part of this whole association and this group of kids and the fine parents that brought these guys up. So, hey, please, big hand for yourselves. You guys are earning it, right? Fantastic year, guys. Very proud.
Okay.
Scotty?
Well, I think you guys basically mentioned everything. I mean, defensively, we held strong all the way. I mean, there was a point after the Langley game, Coach Brass said this was the last game of the season. And we went 6-0 after that, all the way up. So, defense did a great job.
Yeah, that's a good point. We were 3-2 at one point. Coach Brass said, we got to go 6-0, boys. We did.
No more losing.
No more losing. It was like,
No, and they bucked up. And before we start handing out the individual awards, I'll grab a trophy. I don't even know what names are up there. When I look at it, I'll give a quick little blurb on that player. And Dave brought up a real unique thing. We were looking for that one kid with a mean streak, someone that would bark at the other kids. And I've never seen a nicer group of kids. We were kind of concerned that we had too many nice freaking kids on the team. I'm serious. They were all nice.
we talked for hours. Like, we need somebody to like grab these guys, you know. And
But that was our team.
That was what we were.
You know, but quiet, confident ballers that played. So very unique. And when I look at these trophies, I think I was going to say last night as they come up, and each one I looked at, every single kid in the room is a good kid.
I have to say something. I'm going to say this in the most lightest way possible. But when we were playing Chilliwack Red in the semifinals in Meadow Ridge, the Chilliwack Red team was all lined up on
Oh,
a knee,
Jesus.
facing us, like with this serious game looks on. And we were on our side, like a bunch of buttheads, like running around, hitting each other with bottles. One player pretending to do awful things to the other player against the fence. And me and Brass looked and went, oh, are you kidding me? Right? And then we looked over at the Chilliwack Red team and they were like, and the coaches were like, what the hell's going on over there? And we talked previously, said, you know what? I said, this is who we are. These guys will play loose. Let them be. We didn't want to get down on the players and tighten them up because we felt that you guys played better. When there was an energy, like as much as you guys were goofballs sometimes like that, there was a seriously good energy to that. There was a quiet confidence to your looseness.
Yeah.
And we picked up on that confident energy that's who you were. And I know I've repeated that a couple of times, but that means a lot, right? Stay true to yourself. I mean, sometimes you want to be too goofy, but it won't work at Borderball, I'll say that right now. But that was an amazing scene. I'm not sure how many people realized what was going on there, but I think the Chilliwack Red team might have thought they had us at that point when they seen us the way we were carrying on right before the game. So.
But when we kicked off, we played football.
Yeah. We're
That's
ready to
what
get to
happened,
work.
okay?
We're ready to get to work. And when I say that, our pregame, as you guys all know how serious our coaching staff is with our pregame, it's 2 hours before and it's right to business. So during that pregame, during practice, you guys were all business. Like our practices and our pregame, they were very professionally run. You boys, you went to work, you guys worked your asses off. And you guys worked hard at your trade, and there was no messing around when it really counted. And those little bits of 5 minutes that we had in between games, hey, you know what? You're allowed to have fun. That's why we're doing this, to have fun. But when it came to, when we had to get to work, you guys got to work, and that's why we won the provincials. All right, fellas? All right.
Love it.